This is a CBC podcast. Discover the CBC programs of yesteryear, like Man Alive and Life in Times, with the CBC Digital Archives. Watch, hear, and collect your favorite clips at cbc.ca/archives.
Well, the federal government says it's changing the rules for people who own homes and people who want to become homeowners. Under the new rules, the maximum amortization period will be 30 years. That's down from 35. And Ottawa will also reduce the maximum amount people can borrow in refinancing their mortgages. It's going to drop to 85% of the value of a home. And finally, home equity lines of credit will no longer have government insurance backing. Greg Pike is a realtor with RE/MAX here in St. John's. He's live in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
What was your reaction when you heard the purpose of these changes and then you heard the specifics?
Well, I've got mixed reaction. I think it's good in a lot of ways.
Yep.
I think the general intent behind these changes is to control debt. Canadians right now are really suffering with debt. Stats Canada just came out. They said, I believe it was 143% debt. That's a lot. You know, that's a real problem.
Yeah.
So these are measures meant to protect us from that. Now, what's going to happen is you won't be able to borrow against your house the same way. You're going to have some insulation. And the idea is to protect you from a climb in interest rates. And that's surely going to happen.
Yeah.
It's also meant to protect Canadians from a drop in the market. Now, here in Newfoundland, I think we're pretty well protected from that anyway. We're expecting an 8% growth in 2011 in prices.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not worried about that. In terms of buying a home, you know, I think that's where people are really going to feel this. You're looking at a wise judgment in the sense that when you go to make your payments, you're going to pay, let's say you buy a house for $300,000.
Right.
You're going to pay about $100 more a month under the new measure. You're also going to be paying a lot less interest over the length of your mortgage. So you're going to be building your equity faster. You'll own your house a lot faster. That's a great thing. The downside of that is you want to buy a house. Let's say you're starting out, you're looking for your first home. Well, generally speaking, that buyer is looking to get the most amortization possible. They're looking for the most money possible. And they're going to find that once these changes take effect, that $100 a month will impact them.
It's going to be tighter, so maybe less of them or fewer of them will actually get into the market. Talk to me about the real estate cycle, though, and how making this change now may have even a harsher effect, because we're the real estate cycle, they're kind of down now. We're waiting for things to rebound in the spring, I guess. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
Is this the right time to be making this kind of change?
Well, maybe, because you want to make changes and get people used to the idea before everything's really quite busy and chaotic.
Yeah.
You know, people can prepare. I do think we'll see some people, you know, look at this. There's enough time that if you want to get in, you know, look at your options. If a 35-year amortization looks right for you, you want to act on that quickly.
Yeah.
Get in there, get it done. Same thing for refinancing. If you want to pull that extra money out of your house and invest it wisely, it's a good time.
So what have we got, Greg? About a month? These take effect sometime in March, is it? Something like
March
that?
18th,
March 18th.
For the first two changes.
Okay.
With the credit for the home equity lines, you're looking at April 18th there.
Right. What about the mixed messages going on here? I mean, we still got low interest rates. You alluded to the fact they may go up. I've heard various predictions, but they weren't going to go up maybe till the fall now. So we've got low interest rates, and yet, you know, this message seems to say, hey, we got too much household debt.
Sure.
So is it sort of the negative side of low interest rates, is it?
Well, in a way. You know, if you're going to get a really good mortgage rate, meaning low, but you sign up for 5 years, well, 5 years later, rates could be quite different.
Yeah.
And so where's your financial situation then? That's one of the things that you really need to keep in mind and prepare for.
If the government was really serious about high household debt and wanted to do really something, could they have done other things?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
I think this is a measure that's meant to protect us from irresponsible finances. If you're a very savvy person, you really understand your finances, why not refinance, pull the money out of your house, or get a low amortization when you buy, and then you have that cash flow, and you can invest that in other markets, in other places, and you can make money off that. So that, you know, there are better ways to use your money. So, if you know how to finesse the system, you can make more money under the old system, I think.
All right. So you got till March 18th to make the choice. All right. Thanks for this, Greg. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Greg Pike, realtor with RE/MAX.
For more on all of our CBC podcasts, head to cbc.ca/podcasting.